Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie for those who don't know me, reviewing Love Island USA Season 7, Episode 7. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. The episode starts with Tweedledee and Tweedledum, Nick and Ace, talking about Amaya on the beach.
I think I kind of heard. Yeah, everybody heard. That shit don't turn me on. That shit don't make me want to hold your hand and rub your leg while we having a conversation.
There's no confusion about that. But yeah, we friends, we cool. You know, in the club we all turn like
you're not gonna keep pursuing that. No, right? I'm not.
I still feel like Ace is still my number one right now.
I am still of the belief that the baby conversation in particular was weird. I did not like how Ace handled that at all. I also didn't like the way that he set Amaya up in that conversation. However, whether or not you agree with his boundary is his boundary. Amaya, respect it. You're proving his point now because you guys have decided to be friends, and we know that that's just his way of being nice. But like, you still want to pursue a connection and he's still your number one. Does she mean number one meaning that she just doesn't have another option? Because if that's what she meant, then cool. But if he's your number one in the sense that you still want to pursue a romantic connection with him, girl, what? Fall back. He does not want you. There's no connection to nurture. Even when they were going to bed, the man didn't even want to hug her goodnight. He hugged Shelley though, and he gave Huda a high five. Girl, you're sleeping next to him and the man can't even hug you or high five you or dap you up saying goodnight. Let it go. Jeremiah talks more about Huda being a mother, and listen, the psych student in me cannot help but read between the lines when it comes to Jeremiah. So he's not explicitly saying, I don't want to date you because you're a mom. But he has reiterated 3 times now that he never saw himself dating a mother. And to me, it's almost as if he's basically saying the former.
I wanted that to be the first of first baby, first is would you ever talk to a guy with a kid?
And the thing is, I almost did.
Yeah.
Baby mamas and baby dad's relationships.
Yeah.
Majority of the time, they don't always want you to be included in what they got going on when it comes to co-parenting. She comes as a package.
Yeah, that's
You
real.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you can't lose sight of that ever.
Until I see, I see the kid.
That's
see
totally
the kid.
fair. I do see him being a great fit for that situation. If this is something you want to take on all of it.
I understand Jeremiah's perspective. He's not the only person out here who feels like they only want kids in their nuclear family. Like, they don't want a blended family. They don't want to adopt. They don't want to foster. They don't want none of that. Okay. The only thing for me is like, if that's your belief, that's fine. I think it would be beneficial to hash that out with Huda, because he's like, oh, well, I just want to wait on the outside to see if the kid even likes me or whatever. And Alondria was talking about like baby mama, baby daddy drama and how messy that can be. Like, that person is always going to have access in some form or fashion to your partner. And it can be a messy situation. It's not always like that, but it can be. And as we're seeing on social media, because Huda's baby daddy is still talking, it is going to be a messy situation regarding this relationship for sure. So I get his stance on wanting to wait to see if logistically things can even work on the outside. However, if you are a person who has that belief of like, oh, I only want like my nuclear family, I don't want a blended situation, or even if it's something that you're hesitant about, maybe then take a step back. Like, I know if I was a single mom and I fell for you, you fell for me, but the relationship ends because of my kid, which granted, she took 3 days to tell him, but like, which you knew about, that would piss me right off. And to make it clear, not like, oh, the kid doesn't like him and it's like, stuff like that. Okay, maybe it would cause a strain in the relationship, but it sounds to me like the presence of the child in general might be a problem for Jeremiah. Because I'm thinking too, like, she was talking about her custody schedule or whatever. She threw me off with the whole, oh, I pick her up from my mom's. Like, how long is she? I don't know. The point is, you went from thinking she's a full-time mama to hearing that they have a co-parenting situation, and he was still like, ooh, wow, that's a lot. It sounds like the kid being present in general might be a bigger issue than getting along with said kid. Austin tells Shelley that he's tired of the back and forth and he would like for her to make up her mind real soon.
Like, I like you so much, and Yeah, just seeing you with the ace just makes me feel weird. But I do feel like myself, like emotionally, like pulling back.
We don't have the time that you and I have had.
Okay, that makes me feel a lot better.
Does it?
Yes, it does.
What is this connection for real? Like, what is it? And I'm so glad that I wrote this down because Austin made reference to this later. I said, people need to examine their behavior. You really think the way you are with Austin is an indication that you like him even half as much as you like Ace. Austin is like, man, whenever she's with Ace, it actually looks like she's enjoying herself. And I'm watching thinking, we don't have that. The chemistry is palpable whenever she's talking with Ace. With Austin, it's like, oh man, let me go ahead and have this damn conversation. Like, and it's not that much like irritation, but that's how it translates to me. To me, if you're not excited to talk to me and you're a potential partner of mine, like, what are we doing? We're wasting our time. On a game level, girl, you gotta do what you gotta do. But on like on a human level, it's like, cut this man loose. You know you're not as into him as he is into you, and you're probably never gonna get to that point. So just cut his losses. And then you got me out here sympathizing for freaking Austin. Oh, Shelley. Huda, as we know, is convinced that Jeremiah is going to be the stepdaddy to her kid, you know? And so she's confused why he's not willing to close things off.
We're not talking to other people.
Yeah, I said I'm not pursuing other people. You know I don't want to talk to the people. I haven't talked to the people.
But do you feel like there's...
No. It's just hard to do all this, you know, day 7.
No, I know, and there's no rush.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm just saying in general, like...
I'm saying my business. I'm all about you.
For now. If a girl changes my mind, I'm like, okay, if.
As you've seen, I'm not actively pursuing other people.
Okay, you're doing great.
I hate when you say that.
Okay,
it's just
sorry.
On purpose. I can't listen to you when you're tired because you gaslight me.
Oh, fuck, man. Start claiming me, maybe I'll...
How many guys put you for a chat? Thank you.
Huda is finally paying attention to Jeremiah when he speaks, and he says a lot of ifs and for nows, and she's like, well, what do you even mean by that? And then he tries to like, do I want to say gaslight? I don't like using that word. He tries to make it seem like her concerns are baseless, but you're making it seem like you're waiting for the next person to come in. And anytime she brings that up, like, why would your mind even go there? Like, come on, I'm locked in for now. It's the for now. Like, what? It's the for now. And it's the fact that you don't want to close off. Granted, he would be an idiot if he was to close off this soon. I'm trying to think back to the couples that I love from Love Island, at least the ones that are still together, and trying to see like how long it took them to lock things down. If you guys watch the UK, how long did it take for India and Dami to be like exclusive with each other? Like they might not have been closed off, but they were pretty locked in. Like, no, it's me and you know, whatever. I feel like that was maybe like a week or a week and a half into the show. So it's not crazy for Huda to think that, okay, it's me and you, dude, like, what's good? I think what's crazy is her thinking that he should not keep his eyes open for anybody else to come into the villa. That part is wild. And on top of that too, Jeremiah, just say that. Whatever, if she's gonna be upset, it is better you say the hard thing instead of having a wandering eye and then her chewing your head off because she thought you weren't gonna pay attention to other women. In the morning, Ace decides to plan a yoga date for himself and for Shelley, while Shelley is making breakfast for Austin, or so I thought it was for Austin, because then she offered Ace a little bit of breakfast, but whatever, child. After he tells her to get ready for the date, she goes up to the dressing room, and Amaya is not happy.
What's going on between you and Ace? Because I feel like you had many opportunities to tell me, like, you were one of the girls that I did cry and vent to about him. Wait, was she being genuine with me? Like, it's just weird.
No. I completely understand. I'm genuinely interested in Austin. That's my connection.
The way you went about it was messy as fuck.
Just let me finish what I'm saying. Every time I talk, you keep talking over me. Look, that's someone I'm still pursuing.
He was open, but you didn't make it aware to me.
Nothing has changed
Bro,
from the
that's
moment we
honestly
spoke.
crazy. Very picky with his boundaries with certain people, and it seems like the boundaries is only with me. And honestly, I'm a sweet girl, but I'm not naive and I'm not stupid.
No.
Amaya, baby, this show might not be for you. It really might not be. Like, guys, take into consideration, we've only had 4 bombshells. I'm pretty sure there's going to be 2 more rounds of bombshells before we even get to Casa Amor. Okay? So if you can't handle somebody who you like having another potential connection, baby, you might need to self-eliminate from now. Okay? So she has all the smoke for Shelley, and I understand where she's coming from because she believes that Shelley owed her a little bit more transparency. However, any smoke she has is for Ace. Shelley is here for herself. Shelley don't owe you nothing. Shelley don't know you from Adam, okay? If she wants to pursue somebody, that's her business. And everybody knows she's still open to Ace. So, like, it's not as if Shelley said, oh no, I'm never gonna go there, and then next morning decides to go there. Like, that's not the case at all. Amaya, I need you to be guided. Amaya was not letting Shelley get a word in at all. And the other girls are like, okay, like, let's dial it back, because clearly Amaya was tweaking. And then she ends the conversation saying, thank you for listening to me. I definitely heard you. Heard what? All we heard was your voice. Girl. So Alondria, she goes downstairs and she's like, Ace, clear things up, because this is unnecessary drama. You got people yelling. You got, it's looking real shady. It's looking real snaky. End it now. And so he's like, oh, so should I not do the date? No, at least not right now. And so he decides to call off the date. Ace then decides to have a conversation with Amaya to finally put things to rest.
We're not gonna cut each other off. We're gonna listen to understand. We are gonna be friends. We're gonna be cool.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Getting to learn how Ace is, right? You literally hugged one girl, Shelley. Yeah, I'm open, but never once you brought a name to it.
I told you already that I've had a connection with Shelley. Then on top of that,
Hold on. You kept on saying, I'm open to making connections.
Everything that you're saying right now.
And that's where I feel blindsided. So don't try to undermine how I feel.
You're talking with your hands and you're talking over me. So I'm not hearing anything that you're saying right now. I do not want to explore you anymore.
I do not want to explore you anymore, neither.
I love that.
I'm happy that we had that conversation because, baby, the more I get to know you, the less I do want to get to know you.
In this conversation, Ace is taking it. Absolutely, Ace is taking it. I don't know what it, actually I do know what it is with Amaya, because if y'all heard in the dressing room, like later that evening, she was like, oh, bring me the toxic love. Girl, no. Oh, guys, there's something happening in my personal life that I wish I could share with you guys, but that's definitely a violation of privacy. The point of the matter is, some people thrive in toxicity. And I feel like that's Amaya. She needs that. And it's, no. I fully understand Ace for not wanting to be in that drama whatsoever. I mean, he first didn't want to be involved with her like on a physical level, and then like maybe they'd pursue something slowly. But now he's just done with her completely, which is good. There's no need to entertain anything else between these two. Now, the question is, will he continue this whole cat and mouse thing with Shelley? I mean, this episode, he does show that he's going to focus more on her, but that's one episode. I'm not going to believe in Ace after one episode. Jeremiah is honoring his promise not to share with the other guys that Huda has a kid. Well, she said not to share with anybody, and I did see that he had the conversation with Bella, and a lot of you guys thought like, oh, that is him violating the promise. I thought that just off camera she told him who knows, and so he figured he could have the conversation with her because Bella and Huda were like best friends. That's what I thought. But anyways, he checks in with Nick. Nick hasn't had the conversation, so he airs another grievance that he has with Huda.
Talk to Huda?
No.
Oh, shit, okay. Like, earlier this morning, I brought her a plate, and she said you did so good. She just be saying shit, like...
She seems, like, extremely dominant.
Even though it's not big comments, it's just, like, weird as fuck. And it's, like, it's unnecessary.
I think sometimes she just treats me like her kid, and I just gotta be more comfortable with setting my boundaries. And
Y'all's first problem.
Yeah, kind of-ish.
I wonder if this is convenient timing, you know? Now the cracks are starting to show after he learned about the kid, and it's something that he can't even talk about with people, like, well, with the guys at least. Like, is it convenient timing that all these issues are coming up? I will say I'm similar to Jeremiah in the sense that certain words are triggering to me. When people say to me, oh, do better, don't piss me off. That's one way to get cut off by me. I've cut off 3 people, and it's contextual. It's contextual. I've cut off 3 people with that phrase, do better. I cannot stand it to save my life. And also, like, I get what he means with the whole like, oh, good job, or you're doing great, or what. It's like, it does feel a little bit patronizing. It feels like you are mothering me, and it's weird. So I definitely understand why he's annoyed. My question is just, is this his way of starting to distance himself and not blame the kid? Or was this gonna happen anyways? Austin decides to co-opt Ace's date idea and have a meditation session with Shelley. And I'm like, Ace. I mean, what's your name? Shout out to both of them. I'm side-eyeing both of these men.
My yoga date really got fucked up,
I was
yo.
so excited to see. Where did you learn this?
Boom. When I did my psychedelic thing.
I do care about her.
Yeah.
So it was crazy.
Hello.
Hi, hello.
I didn't want to, fuck up the momentum that we had. I've decided I really want to just focus in, and she's, everything, a person could want.
It's about damn time. Oh my gosh, I was getting real sick and tired of Ace, which hurts me because Ace is still my favorite guy. Like, please, act right. Ugh. Act right. What's wrong with you? So, it's funny to me that both guys feel like they can confide in Alondria, and Alondria is feeding both of them like, yeah, no, you should do it. Yeah, go all in. Okay, do the things to get your girl. I believe that Shelley would probably prefer, yes, Shelley as well, but Alondria would probably prefer Shelley with Ace, not because she's actually rooting for them at this point. Like, clearly he's here to waste time. And Shelley might be on that type of time. Who knows? I still feel like maybe she's not here for like full-on long-term commitment. I honestly think that she wants to have fun, but in the process, you don't want your feelings hurt. So yeah, I think it's a balance. But I do think that both of them at this point would prefer somebody fresh coming in. And that's what I prefer too. Because Ace is getting on my nerves. Austin, I never even wanted him in the equation to begin with. Ace does say that he's gonna focus on her, and she's like, well, that's hard to believe because you're always too cool for school, like you're very nonchalant, and he claims that he's gonna step up his game, but I'm gonna have to see more. I can't even say that I'm going off of one episode. Like, he only started showing up better halfway into this episode, so I'm gonna need to see at least 3 episodes of Ace fully pursuing Shelley for me to believe in it. So they play a game called Pucker or Pie. A lot was going on, so I'm going to try to speed through this. We have Nick, who thinks Alondria is the best kisser outside of Sierra. Hannah thinks Austin would be the most basic in bed. Shelley thinks that Ace regrets his couple the most, and he was disappointed that the coin landed on Pie instead of Kiss. Or Pucker, whatever. Taylor thinks Shelley would go crazy in the bedroom, and she was hoping for a kiss with him, actually. Sierra thinks that Ace is here for clout, and during their kiss, Nick refused to watch. Jeremiah thinks that Huda is high maintenance, and he makes a comment that she has an issue with anything he does, even when it's a good gesture. And she's like, well, it's okay that we're both high maintenance. Girl, just sit in it. Because later on, Ace calls her out to say that she does not like the finger being pointed at her. That is absolutely true. I've noticed with Huda, it's either like straight defensive mode, or she's going to rope you in. She's going to be like, oh, well, it's you too. We're both like this. Okay, girl. Then we have Alondria, who thinks that Jeremiah will fake a relationship to make it to the end. He ends up pecking her. Amaya thinks that Nick is the most boring, but he gave her a show during their kiss. And then he also said he enjoyed it. Huda thinks that Ace is waiting for someone to come in, and he thinks that she has a vendetta against him, and he's confused by it. I'm going to touch on that a little bit later. Taylor thinks that Amaya is trying too hard. Sierra thinks that Shelley is giving red flags, but really she just wanted to kiss Shelley. So all y'all who've been waiting for Shelley and Sierra to have their makeout session, your wish has been granted. Ace finally gets his kiss from Shelley. Baby, he put that whipped cream in his mouth. Hey, okay, wow. And then lastly, it was Hannah is the most likely to cheat. Really, he just wanted to replicate the kiss that Shelley and Ace had. After the challenge, the guys are talking about Amaya, and they're irritated with her because of her reaction to the prompt, trying too hard. I think that's what it was. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I thought she was ESL. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I was like, well, if you're ESL, you tend to take things literally. Like, that's just what we do. So I thought that's what it was. But I guess not. They think that she was just being obtuse on purpose. I don't know. I think it was a genuine like misunderstanding, but whatever. Then we have Huda, who says that she's starting to feel bad for Ace because of the comment that he would be the one waiting for a bombshell to come in. Girl, it's true. And really, you should have picked your man. But okay. Yeah, clearly Ace is very offended by this statement.
He looked at his friends and he was like, but I said it because he laughed at the mic. So I was like, all right, come here.
Man, fuck him.
I'd rather pie Ace than you. I'm for the girls.
Your girl pissed me off.
She didn't really want to call anybody out, I felt like. So she,
Yeah.
I know you don't agree with that because that's your girl, but like, and
Everybody.
like hiding information.
Right.
We've been hiding information.
Fraudulent, the way she's going about this experience.
It was so funny to see that Nick was the one who was leading the charge of this conversation, because when Jeremiah asked for a confidant, Huda nominated Nick, not knowing that he's her op. Oh my gosh. This man is not feeling Huda. He thinks that she's fraudulent. He thinks that she is playing in their relationship. And Jeremiah's wheels are starting to turn. And I'm just like, I guess if I heard those comments, I would be second guessing my connection. But based on how Huda has been moving, you really think this girl is faking it? Really? Really? No, baby, she's just that delusional. At first, I was questioning where this is coming from, but everybody has had questions regarding that relationship. And the equivalent on the girl side is Jeremiah. Like, they think he might be fraudulent, that he's love bombing, that he might not be genuine. So it kind of makes sense that for the guys, they think that it's Huda. Huda heads over to the guys because she wants to have a conversation with Ace. It seemed like she was okay with having it there, but then they decided to have it in private.
I just show you I wasn't vanilla.
I was just messing.
I ain't fuck with the side comments. I feel like you have a hidden vendetta coming out here, and I don't fuck with that.
I'm really sorry that I made you feel that way. So I was like, all right, I was playing as a joke. I didn't know you would be upset. You or Amaya, one or the other. I would rather kiss you.
I know this man ain't trying to call somebody out for having a vendetta. I know Ace is not trying to call somebody out for having a... I know Ace has yet to come up off of Jeremiah's neck. And you talk about, well, I just feel like you have a vendetta against me and I just don't know where it's coming from. Ace, I actually need... Can they put him on the next After Sun? I need him to explain the the Jeremiah Huda thing. Because I'm seeing, oh, he just wants Huda. Oh, he can see that Jeremiah's a problem. No, there's something going on with Ace and that couple, and I want him to explain it. If it's any of the theories that have been going on already, that's fine. I just want to hear it from the horse's mouth. Because what is his problem? But anyways, he says that she's been making slick comments. And the only slick comment that I saw her say was the whole, oh, well, you know, Ace doesn't like physical touch. I mean, that's what you said. Okay, anyways. I did kind of feel bad for him in this conversation. He did look sad. And it did look sad. But he says if she keeps going on, he's not going to be as nice. I said, oh, okay. Amaya wants to talk to Tay Tay. Listen, Taylor didn't set the boundary about the pet name, so she gonna call him Tay Tay. And the whole villa is on pins and needles as she's walking over to him.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Tay Tay, can we talk? Trying too hard. What did you take that as?
Today, when you try to do something nice for Shelley, it was a problem. So it was like, damn, like you're trying for Ace too hard.
Whoa, no, there's a lot of confusion here. I need somebody who understands me. He needs somebody that understands him. And you're right, I was trying too hard to fix things.
I do believe that Amaya was irritated at Ace planning the date for Shelley and whatnot, but she has made it clear that her actual issue was the fact that Ace had certain boundaries for some people and not for others, and she also believed Shelley was not being upfront with her. Listen, at the end of the day, regarding the boundaries, well, regarding Shelley, first and foremost, she don't owe you nothing. Let's start and finish there. When it comes to Ace, I get how irritating it might be. Like, wow, why do you treat me one way and you treat other people another way? But that's the thing about boundaries, baby. You cannot dictate how somebody is going to implement their boundaries. If they don't want to relate with you in that way, that's their prerogative. Huda goes over to, hug her man, and her man is airing her, which, I'm sorry, that was rude. And what made it hilarious was the fact that she went over to sit next to Nick, who was the reason why Jeremiah is annoyed with her in the first place.
Hey.
What's wrong? It's probably cousins together.
Get backs and half like.
I'm sure I'm mad at you.
Wait, what happened?
Like, bro.
I'm not sure why this one fucking talking to me.
I don't really see why he would be mad at you.
What's up?
Nothing,
Please talk to me.
Hey, there's nothing to talk about.
No, speak your mind.
They got in his head.
No, we're not talking
What the
about
fuck did you guys do?
Bring it down.
When I'm talking to you, you're just, I should be the one you confide in.
Comments from the guys threw me off.
Comments in what way?
It's not that big of a deal. They were just saying, I'm good,
It's
bro.
a big deal because you're acting this way and you've never acted this way. How do you usually hold me, Jeremiah?
I'm not gonna hold you the same way every time. I'm not doing all the drama, bro.
I'm not trying to be dramatic, but that hurts, bro.
Again, I ask you guys, do you think this is convenient? I don't know. I feel like the cracks were going to show regardless, but after hearing about the kid, now he has all these issues. I don't know. And then Austin is like, well, you guys are the ones who have gotten into his head. And the guy's like, well, no, we didn't. Yes, you did. You absolutely did. But again, the guys have been making comments from time. So why now is it hitting him? Like, I would think the further along they get in their relationship, the stronger he feels about the connection that they're building. So why now are you affected by what they're saying? Is it that he just keeps hearing things and now he's just finally hearing what they're saying? Or what? Like, I'm so curious to know what's the deal. But yeah, it seems like the strongest couple, the mom and dad, are not doing so great. So we don't get an episode tomorrow, but the day after, Ace is going to be a full-on menace. Ace, come on. I want to root for you, and I do love the gameplay and stuff, but like, Austin feels a way about Shelley, and you going to be licking up on Shelley in front of him and in front of every... I'll be sad though. So, as always, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.